The mother of one of Elon Musk's children is now suing xAI over sexualized deep fake images made of her on X. And X, in turn, is now countersuing Ashley St. Clair for violating its terms of service. So xAI, of course, is the parent company of X and Grok. This week, a number of countries launched investigations into the Grok chatbot. And just moments ago, California's Attorney General says that he sent a cease and desist letter to xAI, demanding it take immediate action to stop the creation and distribution of deepfake non-consensual images. Indonesia and Malaysia have blocked Grok, citing a serious violation of human rights and the safety of its citizens. On Wednesday, the company announced Grok would no longer be able to edit images of real people in revealing clothing. To discuss now, I'm joined by Buse Raziye Çetin, who's the head of policy at AI Forensics. A lot of what your research has found at AI Forensics is deeply disturbing when it comes to Grok and these images that are being created. Can you just walk us through what has changed in what would seem like a very short period of time that we've seen this surge?
Yes, thank you. Thanks for having me. We analyzed 86,000 images actually that were created by Grok on X over the past few weeks. And what we have found was not isolated cases of misuse or a few bad actors, but it was non-consensual sexualized images at scale. And 80% of these images were of women. So what we see right now is the consequence of deploying a chatbot as powerful as Grok without basic safeguards on a platform with hundreds of millions of users. And yes, it's the users who prompt the chatbot, but it's the platforms and the company has a big say in what they allow us to see.
Is it your sense, based on certainly the reaction to your research and just what we've seen? I mean, Elon Musk said, I believe it was January 3rd, anyone using this to make illegal content will suffer the same consequences as if they upload illegal content. Have you seen evidence that xAI, that Elon Musk, are taking these findings seriously? Are they working to install guardrails?
Yes, users have made these requests to Grok, and there has been some fixes and improvements that we observe over the past few days. But company's first response was to limit this feature to only paid users, which actually did not stop the problem at all. And we have been observing this issue since December. And there has been many moments where it was recognized by the company, but the action that they took was not swift enough. And this was something that was actually foreseeable, and it could have been avoided. Yes.
It could have been avoided. It's also remarkable. I mean, we were just looking, I was looking with the producer of the show here a little bit earlier at the increase in popularity, frankly, for this app. I mean, we were just looking today, it's number 5 in the US App Store. It was number 1 in the UK's App Store last week. It's almost as if the attention on what is happening on Grok is really fueling it. How concerning is that?
It is very concerning because it took actually, really heightened scrutiny from multiple countries and global backlash for the company to take action. And the problem is actually still not solved. It just changed platform. Now we see, I think, less and less images of this kind on X. But it is still possible to generate explicit images on grok.com, which is Grok's web and mobile app. So the problem is here. And even in its risk assessment report that X submits to the European Commission under the Digital Services Act, it recognizes that the availability of generative AI tools make the creation of CSAM and image-based violence against women very easy and cheap. And it is surprising to see that the safeguards were really not at a level that would meet the challenge when you decide to put this on a platform as huge as X.
It's incredibly disturbing. Of course, it's important to note how different the laws are in different countries when it comes to content, when it comes to what can be posted. When Elon Musk took over Twitter, turning it into X. He basically wanted to make this the freest speech available online, and there were questions about whether or not that has gone to the extreme. You mentioned the European Commission, a spokesperson calling this, quote, illegal, appalling, and disgusting, saying it has no place in Europe. Based on what you're seeing in reaction to this research, do you see perhaps other countries following in the footsteps of what we saw, for example, from Malaysia?
First of all, this is not about free speech. This is about illegal content. In our research, for example, we also documented instances of non-consensual sexualized images of minors, people who appear to be minors, some creation of, for example, Nazi signs or, terrorist propaganda items that are illegal under certain EU jurisdictions, such as in France and in Germany, for instance. But CSAM is widely illegal around the world, let's say. So we're talking about a very concrete harm here that is at scale. And the some countries have chosen to block the app, and some countries, such as UK, also announced that they are investigating what is happening on X and Grok. We just hope that Grok is the most visible case, but the problem doesn't end here. It's an industry-wide problem. We just hope that that we take the question of putting safeguards seriously before rolling out these products, especially on platforms with a huge user base.
Yeah, absolutely. It is so important, as is your work. So thank you for that as well. Buse, thank you for your time this evening.
Thank you.
Well, in a statement on safety for its users, X says, we remain committed to making X a safe platform for everyone and continue to have zero tolerance for any forms of child sexual exploitation, non-consensual nudity, and unwanted sexual content.